Hey everybody, this is Nolan here, and welcome back to another episode of DDLC Plus, and welcome aboard my arc. I'm the last episode. What we did was we did Trust. We did both. Well, we did Trust Part 2, and then the one before that we did Trust Part 1. In this episode, we're gonna start out with Understanding. So yeah, let's just see what that's all about. I think it has a lot to do with Yuri and Sayori, because obviously you can see that right there, Yuri's and Sayori's relationship. So yeah, let's see what that's all about then. Basically what happened was, so the last kind of story was just all about, like, Monica starting the club, the literature club, and Sayori kind of coming in and being the next member and helping her out and their relationship together. Very depressing. I hear that, like, all these stories are actually really sad, so it's probably going to be very hard to make fun of without getting a lot of backlash. Anyway, but I'll try my best to make some funny content for you, Anyway, so yeah, this is the Yuri and Sayori relationship, I guess. I'm not sure. So anyway, here we go. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. And yes, well, familiar to me, not familiar to them, because I don't think they've ever met this person. Unless it's the person they met who was reading and had the flyer that they gave to her. Maybe it is. ... Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. "It's her! It's the girl!" It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori and had come across reading alone in a classroom. Okay, got it. That was who it was. I guessed right. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. "It's happening! Oh my gosh!" That's what she's thinking. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Sayori, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? What do you mean by that? It's weird. Like books? Sorry, I don't want to, slam the water bottle down in front of the mic. Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I'd never heard of Annabelle DuPont, actually. I don't read a lot of books. I know, it's sad. That's the truth about me. I prefer to watch things and look at stuff than I do prefer reading. I know it's sad. You guys might be angry at me. I just have a hard time kind of visualizing stuff in my head. I have a hard time really focusing on just looking at words for a long period of time. I just can't do it. I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book. I would not fit into this club at all. I wouldn't know where to start in terms of talking about books. I could talk about movies all day long. I just can't talk about books that much. I mean, I've read books, don't get me wrong, but I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Oh, this is where they just start talking. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True, okay, I'll get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monika, don't you think you should be more optimistic? What the fuck, Sayori? Rude. We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I think I got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. Ahaha, what the heck? It's kind of scary how you could point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Why do you like learning what makes people sad? Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice, I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Chunky, very chunky. I like it big. I like it chunky. Sorry. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Wow, she's out of breath already? She probably doesn't get a lot of exercise. Oh! Okay, sorry. I don't know what I was trying to go for. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down at her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about as equal the size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Is it like a textbook? Like, what the fuck? How big is this book? 1,000 pages? Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. Sorry, my dog's under the desk. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Sorry, well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to help you get from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monika smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh? Okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. Sorry. But that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monika. Monika? Monika came into my classroom with a flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. How's that embarrassing? What the I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monika told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so sad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to intercept things at the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Yeah, there's so many people. There's so many people. There's only 2 people. That's a lot of people. It's so crowded. Yeah, it's so packed. Not that I mind that much, but I have really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that's just the 2 of you. Okay. It definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege to sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same thing as I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything. Even if it's not literature. Just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. Sorry. How about I tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. I'm a big tree hugger. I hug all the trees that I walk by. Nerd. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit about nature. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. What the fuck, Monica? Okay, that's her first terrifying line that she's ever said. A little bit concerning. Am not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine, even though it's not. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods, or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit, and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. I second-guessed myself. I knew how that word was spelt. Frankly, I know what it means, but I second-guessed myself. Alright, when do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. I'm not illiterate, I promise. After school on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, it feels like I would never have time to do something like that. It's hard. I'm like combining like everyone's voices. It's so hard to do 3 different types of voices, and I can't wait for Natsuki to come in because I'm gonna have to figure out a voice for her. Probably very high pitched. So I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The 3 continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you 2 going to be starting on that book for the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. I feel really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you, engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. Because I hate reading, but I'll try. I can't read. I'm dyslexic. I don't know how to read, but I'll try. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. I swear, is that it? Okay, I was gonna say. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time again! Okay, I thought that was the end. I was gonna be like, what the hell? Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. If you could tell, I'm actually, for Sayori's voice, I'm kind of like making my, I don't know, I'm kind of like, I don't know, pressing my throat up against my, it sounds really weird, but I'm kind of doing like the Kokichi voice for Danganronpa for like Sayori, but not as, I guess, not as prominent? I don't know. Not as much. I'm not, yeah. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to, frick, I clicked. We don't have to read it. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it would be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try too hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Dude, Yuri's fucking annoying. She's so annoying. She's like, and you have to do if you want to, and you join the club. No, baby. You have to make me feel. I don't fucking know, dude. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this, anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. Okay, why are you apologizing if you're not even gonna fix it? Because in the actual game, you act the exact same way. Shut up. Don't apologize. Apology means you'll never do it again. That's what I've been raised. That's how I've been raised. Saying sorry means you'll most likely never do it again. Yeah, that's right. You tell her, Sayori. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up to Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part of the Everlast Saga. Aha, it's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how can we need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees. Family trees are just for taking notes. Notes? What a nerd. You take notes while just reading for fun? Yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Or just read the book? Shut up, Yuri. I hate you. Shut up. Look at her. Look at Sayori's face. She's like concerned. She's like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I think I changed my mind. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident, though, from the 2 days I'm sorry. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. I'm so glad I brought water. I'm very thirsty. It's so hot here. Anyway, especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. No! Sorry, I can't imagine how that. Alright, sorry. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. I can't. How do you rub your shoulder against someone's? You just go. Sorry, you're such a sweet. Okay. Anyway, would you like to get started? Hehe. Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such as that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and like that. The things I write, like, just putting down feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written words, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Ah! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. Pride is actually not a good thing. Pride is bad. Pride is one of the sins. Not referencing anything. No reference intended. I see. Sayori jots. Yuri is patient in her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course! Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. That sounds too hard. Ugh! The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. It seems like a lot of work. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing flashbacks that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Duh. Sayori rubs her temples. It's too hard. Sorry. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. Because she's nervous now because Yuri was just like, duh, and acting like a smartass. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Look, her and I both. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? It's hard. It's too much work. I kind of give up. That's kind of me. I would totally give up. It sounds like a lot of work, especially taking notes. Stupid. So, what are your thoughts? Okay, sorry. Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? Oh no, you suck. I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. I'm sorry, oh my fucking god. She pisses me off. She pisses me off so much. And you ain't do it anymore. You put all this fucking work into taking notes and all this fucking work, Jack. It's okay, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream. He's just like looking up at me. He's like, oh. Sorry. Buddy, it's okay. I just hate Yuri. Yuri's kind of a bitch. It's okay. She's kind of a bitch. Alright. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me... Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault that something stupid hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me like this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. Oh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Dude, those are the thoughts. You know what, Sayori, I kind of relate just a tad in terms of this context, like with Sayori. Like when people, you know, the way people like talk to me, the way people like their mannerisms towards me and stuff, I kind of think about it way too much, and I start to second guess my relationship with them and myself, and I can relate to this. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Wow. Yeah, that shit, dude. That's sad. Oh my god. Well, that's the end of Understanding Part 1. I guess she's really trying to understand the book and understand Yuri and understand herself. I think that's why it's called that. Yuri pisses me off sometimes, man. God damn. She's a crazy person. Anyway, yeah, if you guys like Yuri, I'm sorry. She kind of pisses me. I used to like her, but learning more about her, it's like, whatever, bro. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it. As I said in the last couple episodes, this is just has nothing to do with the game. It's just, I have this GoFundMe. I'll leave a link in the description below. I just need help with, I mean, if you could do your best to donate to me, money, or maybe share the link. I'm trying to raise about $6,000 in total for my next year in college. I mean, like I said, I should be good for this year, but I'm just trying to raise a little bit of money if I can. Like I've been working, like that's why I haven't been posting a lot of content lately. But it's just minimum wage is, I don't know. Forget it. That's no, I'm not going to get into that. I'm sorry. Forget it. But if you guys could do your best to, I don't know, donate or share the link of GoFundMe. Links in the description. That'd be very helpful. If you can't, I understand. Thanks for your support. Anyway, that's the end. I'll do Understanding Part 2 next episode. So hope you liked the video. Comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure of Nolan's Ark. Bye!